What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Monday I clean out my mailbox and then I answer questions from the last week's video. So if you guys got any questions whatsoever, just leave them down below in the comment section. And if you see someone else who has asked a question that you also find interesting, make sure to give it like a thumbs up so I can see that there's a lot of people wondering about the same thing. But before we go ahead and answer the questions, we're going to take a look at the clean out, which I expect to be really bad. Like, no excuses, but I was away over the weekend on a hunting trip, so all my auctions were expired over the weekend, where I would normally get the majority of my sales. So, yeah, 244 auctions, where I'm usually, lately, I've been at like 300 plus. And the first 100 auctions is only 54 gold, which is bad. I mean, look at these low value auctions. There's nothing even Headhunting Spear, STV Legacy, but there's nothing worth mentioning. Steelforge Great Axe, 7k. Nothing of interest. And you guys told me last week that if I hold down Shift and then click on Withdraw Sold, it's supposed to take out only 100 auctions and then stop. So we'll see. But hopefully the next 144 auctions is going to have something of better value. Otherwise, we're screwed. Let's see. So it's supposed to stop in like, well... And... That's great success, isn't it? Beautiful. So next 100, it's way better. 3 times as good. 156,000 gold. Vibroblade from Nomer. Destiny, World Drop Epic, Windripper Boots, like, I think this is good. Spellfire Belt, Crafted Tailoring, 16k. Spirit Keeper, 20k. This is actually a really good sale. The Bow of Searing Arrow is a world drop and it's usually been like 1,000 gold and less. And some clown bought this one for above 20,000 gold. So that is insane. But I'm afraid that this is going to be a really fucking bad opening. Got myself to blame though. Because now we're going to be at what, like 200,000 gold? God. That's going to be bad. Let's see. Yeah. Isn't that just great? 250,000 gold. That is my worst opening. Like, none of the openings have been insane lately, but we've been like reaching the 400,000 gold in a week on transmog sales, which is really good. And it definitely doesn't help that like a lot of people bought the 0 to 10 million gold guide when the crafted transmog section was implemented into the book. So I've seen a lot of competition with the crafted transmog lately, but hey, I don't mind. I got enough gold, and as long as you guys enjoy it, it's cool shit. But yeah, 250, some error, there we go, 254,000 gold. So this week's, well, questions for this week's was the following. The first one is an easy one. Do you use the sniper tool? And I don't. I never play the auction house. The only thing I do is I buy stuff to hold it to sell it for more later, like towards the end of an expansion, like stockpiling. But that's it. I don't snipe. I've done it in the past, but it's not for me. I don't think it's fun. Question number 2. Hey Studen, how do you upgrade WoD equipment from stage 1 to a higher stage? Every profession has an item that you need to craft in order to upgrade an item. Like, for instance, you have... it's called like the Steel Forge Essence or something like that. Yeah, there we go. For this is for blacksmithing. So you have these for every single profession, and you need to craft this one and then apply it to the item to craft the epic version instead of the blue one, which you should do. I usually just craft like this stage 1, the blue, and then upgrade it once to get the look. Like upgrading it twice has like no effect at all because it doesn't change the look, and you need to go into like stage 4, I believe, to get an additional look after stage 2. Next question is, how did you move on to goal making as your main thing to do in the game rather than raiding or PvPing? So I started playing in vanilla, and back then I did both PvE and PvP. And in TBC, I got Gladiator twice, like PvP was my main thing. Wrath of Lich King, I did a bit of everything, like PvE, PvP, and gold farming. And then I quit like early Kata, came back in WoD, and I tried some PvE and PvP, but it didn't interest me that much. So I just grew a bigger and bigger interest for gold farming in general, and then I started making videos and stream, and it escalated from there. But I've always been gold farming. Like ever since I needed to get the 100% mount back in vanilla, I always farmed. Like I farmed for that mount, and then I was like, shit, I need a lot of gold if I'm going to be able to buy something like this in the future. Like I didn't want to be in the position ever again where if I wanted something, I would have to go out and farm. I always wanted to have the gold just ready. Like if I saw something that I wanted, I could just go and buy it. So I've always had a lot of gold. Next question. Do you farm all the materials for the crafted transmog, or are you buying all the mats of the auction house? So buying the materials of the auction house is usually always going to be the best way to do it, because your time is money, right? So I don't want to go out and farm primal mana if after an hour of farming primal mana that is only going to give me 11,000 gold an hour, and I know that I can easily do another farm that's going to give me 25,000 gold an hour. So I usually always buy all the mats. Besides from some of the more unique or like expensive ones, like Primal Air and Primal Fire, Heavy Savage Leather, like all of the expensive mats where I always tell myself, okay, even if I need like 5 Primal Air, right? And the Primal Air are 1,000 gold each, and I ask myself, okay, 1,000 gold each, I know for a fact that I can get like 70 plus Primal Air an hour in a 5-man group. So am I willing to buy something that's essentially like a 70,000 gold plus farm an hour? So I buy the majority of my mats. I only farm like the volatiles, most of the primals. I do a lot of like skinning farms myself, but besides from that, like wild wine for instance, usually extremely expensive, and I would rather just go and do an hour of farming, and I'm going to have enough in stock for a couple of weeks or months. And that was pretty much it for today's video. So, as always, like if you guys got any questions whatsoever, leave it down below in the comment section. And it is really cool to see how you guys have enjoyed the updates to the 0 to 10 million gold guide lately, and all the positive comments. Like, you guys are insane, and I appreciate the support. Like, I wouldn't be able to develop the book into what it is right now unless you guys like actually bought the book and you gave me feedback and all of that, because that just motivated me to like making the book even better, like spending more time on it. So I appreciate that a shit ton. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see all of you guys back in on tomorrow's video, but until then, bye bye.